Thank you, Aaron. I'm Jack Lee. Well, if you don't know me, I'm actually quite famous in the Faroe Islands. Well, I used to say I'm really famous in Estonia, but last time there was a guy from Estonia sitting there, so I have to downgrade a little bit. Anyways, so tonight the theme is anniversary. Before I came here, Aaron said that there will be role playing tonight. I got actually quite excited. But he just said right now the role playing is like comedians playing as each other. Oh, shit. I mean, I like role playing, but I never imagined like role play as a stand-up comedian. It's just all weird. But anniversary is really impressive. Who would have thought that this thing made for a whole year, huh? That's really thanks to Aaron's effort. He's really passionate about this. And I'm happy we have this really, really nice venue. I like it a lot. The only problem is we don't have many audience. And but the one we do have, they are great. They are like the best audience. The only problem is they don't laugh. We've had ups and downs over the year. When we had the ups, we had a lot of people, crazy people, had to use the bouncer. The downs, we had like 4 audience. I think that was 4 weeks ago. There were 4 audience, 2 were in that room watching football, Newport playing Newcastle. I was like, shit. Tonight I knew the Champions League was on. Holy shit, that's going to be terrible. And then we had like 2 pairs of audience. One was sitting there and one was sitting there. So I didn't even know who to look at. But anyways, it felt like we had 14 comedians, right? And almost feel like the comedians were just pleasing themselves, just like masturbating or something. And after that, I didn't go claim my free drink as a performer because I felt bad. It's kind of like after masturbating, I guess. Yeah. Then actually my stand-up journey is the same as the history of the English Comedy Club because the first event was also my first time on stage. It's been a whole year and it wasn't that easy, especially performing using a second language, right? Yeah. Right? But I think by the age of 14, especially as a Chinese, by the age of 14, I knew 4 English letters. And they were not even A, B, C, D. They were A, Jack, Queen, and King. But technically I only knew one of them because the pronunciation was wrong because nobody knew how to pronounce them in China 20, 30 years ago. So we call them like, we have a symbolic language. Chinese is a symbolic language, so we just guess what it means based on the shape. This is true if you go play cards in China. A, that's called a hat. J is a hook. Q is a pickled egg. Don't ask me why pickled. I don't know who come up with that word. Pickled egg is kind of a weird food from China. Pickled egg and K. K, we don't know what it looks like. So someone had to learn it, so it was K. And then after a year, somehow my friends, my colleagues know that I'm playing stand-ups. And they asked me, so you're doing stand-ups now. Are you famous? I said, no, I'm not famous. Actually, I got less famous because a guy I know just died. Yeah, but one day I got actually really excited when somebody recognized me in the street. There was a guy when I was walking, and some guy was like, Mr. Lee, Mr. Lee. I was like, oh, yes, sir. Do I know you? I said, no, you look like Mr. Lee, the noodle guy. I was like, if you're not from Norway, you don't know who Mr. Lee is. He's probably the most famous and only famous Asian guy in Norway, and he's only famous in Norway. So this is Mr. Lee. This is is Mr. Lee. So it's some really cheap, like most Asian business owners, he started making instant noodles in the 70s. And it's like, I'm not paying shit for people to make my advertisement. I'm just putting my face on the package. That's Mr. Lee. I was so pissed. I couldn't fight with them because I am indeed Mr. Lee. Lee is my last name. I don't even know what to say. So my only comeback was like, well, you look like Berto the Christmas cookie, whatever. It was a shitty comeback, but that was the best one I got. Yeah. But I'm here celebrating the anniversary. Somehow people love celebrating anniversaries, birthdays. I don't know what. I'm not married. I thought about getting married, but then I look up numbers like divorce rate. I was really frustrated. Like, shit, like half of the marriage end up forever. No, it's not for me, at least for now. But birthdays, I used to love birthdays when I was younger. Believe it or not, I used to be younger. Like when I was in high school, you always want to grow older because like my friends sent me like a website, a porn website. Like, check this out, it's great. But I was so honest when it asked me, are you over 18? I clicked no. But not even the no button knew what to do with it. So, what the hell would somebody click me? Then the webpage crashed. I don't know if you are supposed to click no, but it didn't work. But back in the days, I really wish I could grow older. Not anymore. I don't care about birthdays anymore. Actually, I used to be even younger. I used to be the youngest baby in the world.
Wow.
Yeah. And yeah, but I didn't grow up. I'm doing comedy, so I didn't grow up to make my parents proud. But I promise you, there are over 1 billion Chinese. Nobody ever grew up making their parents proud in China. Right? My mother told me, I knew you were growing up to be an alcoholic when you were 1 year old. So my first anniversary as a person, I knew you were going to be alcoholic. So how the hell do you draw that conclusion? Apparently there is this tradition in China when a baby turns 1 year old. You put the baby in a bed or on the floor or something, on a mattress, then pile up a lot of things in front of the baby. And whatever the baby is going to grab is going to determine what the baby is going to become in the future. For example, if you grab a book, you're going to become a scholar. If you grab a plane, you're going to be a pilot. If you grab a pussy, you're going to be the president of America. Then my mother said, you know what you grabbed? I was like, I don't know. I don't remember. She said, you grabbed a wine glass. So I knew you were growing up to be alcoholic. I was like, wait a minute, right over there. If you didn't want me to grab the wine glass, why did you put there in the first place? What did I know? I was a fucking rug rat. What did I know? And well, if you put a condom over there, I grabbed the condom, then I grew up being a dick. It's not my fault, it's always the parents' fault, right? Well, I think my time is up, and now we have the break. Yeah. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Bye.